Aubrey Sims. Okay. How does your skin feel after your skin treatment? Okay, what we're going to do is we're ready now to start your color. And what I want to do is put your satin foundation on. I want to see if this is the right color for you. Uh-huh. Okay. Well, this is number 1. It may be just a tiny bit dark for your skin. We do have one that's a little bit lighter. Let's see what it looks like. I can't find number 10.
Maybe it's over here. I know I'm fair, but I don't think it's white as that white is.
Oh, no. That's all Paul.
There we are.
Thanks.
Is that better?
This is number 10. It's going to be a little bit lighter. I don't know. Well, you could do either one. If you want a little more color, you could use number 1. The number 10 is the lightest shade.
Which one do you think looks the best so far? Can you tell?
Well, the number 1 is going to have to be blended quite a bit. But what we could do, what I would think that would be best for you is to go ahead and use number 10, which is a lighter color. And then your powder, we could go with a little color in the powder. I'd rather go a little bit lighter on the foundation because I don't like to see a line. And I think darker makeup is not that flattering. So we'll try to match as closely as we can.
Are you putting that on with a Q-tip? That feels so cool.
Okay. We also like to blend with a blending sponge.
Do you dampen it or just?
No, you don't need to dampen it. This makes your makeup go on a lot easier. Gives a real smooth satin finish.
Well, how much is the whole thing, all the skincare products?
Your skincare and color is going to run around $300.
Oh, that's a little above my.
A little steep.
Yeah.
Okay. This is blending really very nicely with your skin. This satin foundation is very, very lightweight. Almost makes you feel like you don't even have any makeup on at all. But it does cover good. It covers really good. It really does.
You know what? I think this, even though it may not, it may be just exactly what I'm looking for, Debbie. Really?
It is so lightweight. People go, doesn't feel like I have any makeup on. It's so lightweight, and yet it covers good. I mean, usually if it either doesn't cover well, and it's heavier.
I mean, tell me what you think. I mean,
I think it's fabulous.
Trying to sell it to me.
It's wonderful.
A lot of different kinds.
I have. And when I get this on, not only will you be able to feel the texture of it, but you'll be able to see, and your skin will have a glow. It puts a patina on your skin.
So does Jay.
I like the way this smells, too. I think it has a real clean smell.
Do you know where Fred went? I heard somebody cough, and I thought he might have been over there.
Okay, after you put your foundation on, then you want to follow with your powder. You can either use it.
Instead of for the rouge.
You can either use the translucent loose powder, or we have what we call a powder foundation combination.
Uh-huh.
This is real nice to carry in your purse because it gives you a nice finish to your makeup. And also it's real nice for touch-ups. So I'm going to show you what that looks like on. You can just lightly dust this over your foundation. This gives you a little more color without making it too dark. It's a perfect match for your skin.
The lightest. That base.
Perfect. Does it show a line? It's perfect. That's the number I use.
I forgot you scrunched me while ago.
You feel all scrunched in?
I think we need to really add some really acting ability to this. You know what? At the wedding, I forgot I didn't cover my bald spot.
Well, it looks fine. Okay, what color of eyeshadows would you like to try today?
I like the darker.
The more vibrant colors?
Well, I like it to look kind of muted the way yours do.
Okay. I think you might enjoy these. These go with everything, and we can add a little more color if you want to. This is a real good basic combination.
Is it an apricot color?
It's a peach and a sort of a raisin color. They call it ardoise in Creole in French, but I call it peach and raisin.
It sounds like fruit plate, doesn't it?
We use this a lot in our makeovers because it is so natural. It goes with everything. And then if you're wearing blue or green or any other color, you can accent. You can add more color with this. What I'm doing, I'm applying your base color on your whole entire eyelid, and we're applying it all the way from, go ahead and close your eye, all the way from the base where the eyelashes are. We're applying all the way up into the brow area.
On that apricot color.
Right. This is your neutral. You put that on your whole entire eyelid. Now, if you want just a very, very natural look, you can just apply this one color by itself, and it's very, very pretty by itself. You don't even have to put anything else with it. Okay, and that's on the base. Okay, then the next step is to use your liner, and I'm going to use marine on you, which is a dark blue. It's a real dark blue.
That's for sure.
I'm going to apply just a very thin line to the base of your eyelid. These pencils are really soft. They go on real easily. Okay, look up for me. Okay, go ahead and look up to this, yeah.
I want you to take your shoes off.
Okay.
I know she scrunched my hair too, Frank. I just have to get my feet wet.
Okay. This is a little bit darker color. Now what you want to do is go over the eyeliner and make like a V on the edge with this, and come up and go over.
Now that's the raisin color?
Mm-hmm. Okay, close.
We're working on the bottle. Where are you?
She looks like a sweet little gray-haired lady.
Isn't she pretty? She's a
I
sweetie.
need to really start fixing myself.
You're really beautiful. I'm going to use a marine mascara on you, which is a navy blue. This makes the whites of your eyes whiter, and the color's more vibrant.
This is my sweetheart right here.
I know it. Look up for me. Did it get in your eye?
No. My eyes are all sensitive, and when you say look up, it makes me close my eyes. I think I have some navy mascara.
Okay, look up for me. What I'm doing, I'm very lightly going over the eyeliner with the raisin colored eyeshadow. What that does, it sets the liner so it won't bleed and run.
You know what, that thing you ordered for lunch, we could have shared that, and it would have been plenty for both of us.
The what, the sandwich I had?
And salad.
It was delicious. It's their Waldorf salad. Okay, go ahead and open. Well, don't look up. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
That's okay.
My eyelashes are really long.
It just touches. Okay, go ahead and just open your eyes, but don't look up. Okay, just kind of, yeah, like that. This blue mascara is so pretty on you.
How much is it?
It's 12. If you have some, you can use what you have. But you should use blue. Be a real good choice for you. Okay, you can go ahead and look up now for me. Put some on your bottom lashes. Okay, look up.
It makes you feel better, doesn't
It really is.
it? Happier.
It's definitely a mood lifter.
It is.
Okay, I'm using my Q-tip dipped in a little bit of base to kind of clean around the eyes where your eyelashes have kind of touched.
People don't pluck their eyebrows too much anymore, do they?
No, really the look now is just a very natural look. I'm going to show you what I would recommend that you do for yours. A lot of people like a pencil for their eyebrows, but I like to use mascara. I use mascara on my eyebrows.
Black, brown.
Mm-hmm. What I do is I take the mascara and I clean off most of it off of the brush. So you just have a little bit left on there. Just kind of that way you don't have a false line. You just have just a very natural. Looks so pretty. Keeps getting on your mascara keeps getting on. Okay, look up. Okay, look up for me. Okay, now we're going to put your color on your cheeks, and I think maybe if we're going to go with flame that we should go with a more corally red blush. And you want to follow the line from your nose at an angle and go up and bring your blush and around.
I like that shade. I mean, it's pretty from, I can't see it on me, but it's pretty from here.
It's real pretty. Okay, what I like to do, okay, go ahead and close your eyes. I'm going to blend your eyeshadow a little bit after we've got it kind of like we want it. Go back with the lighter color and just kind of blend. Okay, then I'm going to line your lips with lip liner. The color I'm going to use is called Rouge. It's just a very neutral red.
I lined mine for the wedding. I got it way too dark.
Yeah, well, you might want to go with just a real soft. This one's called Rouge. This is what I'm looking for. Okay, what I didn't do is put lip cream on you, which you need. You need lip cream. This lip cream is different from a lot of lip creams because it is very conditioning to the lips. It soaks in, it exfoliates the dead skin off the lips. So it's not just another lip gloss or another cream that you're going to be putting on that's going to give your lips sheen and not really help the lips. This actually will condition. You need to use this every morning and every night. This will also, this is 12, this will help your lipstick stay on too.
Didn't get to sit in.
Yes.
What did it say?
He said, am I going to get to spend the night with a strange woman in a motel tonight? Okay, go ahead and just close your mouth.
I knew you were going to both get tickled at the same time on this lip deal.
My mother gets tickled at this part too. Go and close. She gets so tickled. I just can't do her lips. She gets so tickled.
I wonder why.
I don't know. You have little rosebud lips like me.
Fred, she's really my daughter. Christine just had her.
Kind of go like that. Gorgeous. You are just gorgeous. Did you know it? You are.
I am.
You are.
Well, I sort of know it. Sometimes I know it.
I'm going to add a little more color
Okay.
to your eyes, just a hint, just a tinge.
What's that?
This is black.
How much is that?
18.
What is that?
This is just, it's eyeshadow. Okay, go and relax. What it is black, but what it does, it just darkens the color just a little bit. It gives a little more depth.
Black eyeshadow.
Mhm.
And I'll give some cards and then I'll give them to you.
What that does is it doesn't look black on your eyes. It just deepens whatever color you've got on there. Just a little bit, gives you a little more dramatic look. Okay, then I like to go over your face. Just a little bit of powder, kind of set it. A little on the chin and a little up here. Then, the last thing I like to do is take just a little bit of this blush.
What is that?
It's kind of an apricot. Put it up in there. Okay, and then we also have a concealer that we like to use under your eyes. I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit right in here.
That's just the one thing about me that under my eyes is always so dark.
That's where the eye mask will come in and take care of the dark circles, the puffiness, the crepiness.
Oh dear.
That's what the eye mask does.
And you can't use. And you can't use,
Okay, go ahead and open.
the regular mask up around your eyes. $25. I've got some stuff that's supposed to take care of that, to make it go away, and I forget to use it.
Okay, look at me. Okay, open. Okay. This is the finished product.
Oh, I'm sure it's gorgeous. I can't see. I don't know how in the world this could be taking me. Me looking at that line. Now tell me. Oh, I love you. Fred, tell me how much I can spend.
Break this father and daughter with the wall.
She was beautiful.
On the next Maury.
Krisha Kwan, that story coming up on our special report, All That Glitters.
And later, the latest in high-tech bingo.
We've all seen the ads on television. There's a knock at the door, and America has another millionaire. Who hasn't dreamed of it happening to them? For Patti and Fred Keck of Weatherford, that dream came true. Or so they thought.
I answered the phone and I said, "Hello, Patti Keck?" And I said, "Yes." And they said, "Well, this is American Family Productions. You know, like Ed McMahon?"
The caller said they'd won $30,000.
He reassured me over and over and over that I had won. He said, "You'll have a camera crew out there, and he said they're going to interview you, and you're going to be on national television."
But before they could join the nation's other instant millionaires, they had to first pay a gift tax. That's right, a gift tax.
They asked for $3,000 at first, and then they said, "Well, now, if you can't come up with the $3,000, we could get by with $2,240. This is the scam du jour, if you will. In recent months, we've seen a lot of these envelopes in the mail that look like Ed McMahon is really trying to give you $1 million.
If it's not me, it's not me. It's somebody else.
Ed McMahon represents American Family Publishers, not American Family Productions, the people who called the Kecks. McMahon
And
says
I
his
think
name
that,
is being used by crooks
guilty,
to defraud unsuspecting
verdict
consumers.
on there was another one in New Jersey that really bothered me. A woman was told she had a car, but she had to pay the freight to get it. Ed McMahon had awarded his car. Then they came out and they said, "Oh, there's some extra charge," and they took her for $1,300. Well, that killed me.
Publishers Clearinghouse is also warning people about frauds posing as the prize patrol.
Every Publishers Clearinghouse prize is awarded with absolutely no strings attached. Publishers Clearinghouse winners are never asked to prepay taxes or pay delivery charges or any other kinds of fees.
This is hard to believe.
Just ask Denton Mayor Bob Castleberry. There was no cost up front on his $10 million winnings.
Only a 29-cent stamp. And I've gotten all my postage back and then some.
There are so many of these phony sweepstakes now, the Federal Trade Commission has just issued this consumer warning on sweepstakes scams. It says that no legitimate sweepstakes will ask you for money up front, your credit card number, or your bank account number.
With the hard economic times that we're in, people are hurting, and they really want to believe that it's true.
The Kecks wanted to believe. They almost took out a loan on their home to pay the phony fee. Then they remembered the tired but too often true adage.
Then when something sounds too good to be true, it is.
Authorities say it's almost impossible to chase down these phony sweepstakes companies because they hit and run, change their names, and then open under a different name all the time. Your best defense is to check with either your local business Better Business Bureau or with the Federal Trade Commission if you have any questions at all about any company.
Well, basically, if they're asking for money up front, be very careful.
Absolutely.
All right. Thanks, Lucretia. Clarice?
Well, there's no catch to this next story. Some lucky North Texans are meeting talk show host Montel Williams. This morning, he spoke with students at Paulson College.
We'll show you how many men and women are fighting and even winning that age-old battle, the battle against age.
There are some people that stay younger than other people. Why not be one?
Ed Lewis has been taking it for over 2 years.
Hello.
You do this every day?
Every day. Good morning, honey. It's my daily shot.
Howard Turney's been on the stuff for 4 years.
Now at 63, I'm going on 37 and starting all over again. It's the most fantastic thing in the world.
As we age, it goes down.
Last August, Dr. Michael Samuel started prescribing it to some of his patients.
One of the main organs that it gets.
And then he started taking it.
Now wait, your vision has gotten better, you can handle stress, you lost body fat, you're peppier, your skin improved. Come on.
No, it's true.
Now that you just can't wait to find out what it is, and more importantly, where to get it, just relax. It is a natural substance, something called growth hormone, which stimulates cell growth in the body. But like sex hormones, the amount of growth hormone decreases with age, and by our 60s, our bodies are producing very little of it. That led some researchers to wonder just what would happen if the amount of growth hormone in an older person were put back to younger levels.
There is an astonishing and encouraging new medical study out tonight.
Back in 1990, Dr. Daniel Rudman conducted an experiment that did just that. He gave synthetic human growth hormone, or HGH, to men from 61 to 81. The results made big news.
After about 2 months, I could start feeling the difference. And you sort of feel like a Superman, you might say.
The men's bodies changed dramatically. They lost fat and gained muscle. Some of their bones thickened, and so did their skin. Even Rudman seemed surprised.
We reversed 10 to 20 years of the aging process.
But along with the exciting news came strong words of caution, also from Rudman. This is not, he said, a fountain of youth. The aging process is very complicated.
He is a scientist. He is very cautious. All scientists are. The FDA is, and that's the way it should be. I'm an entrepreneur. All right? I am used to taking risks.
And when he heard about the Rudman study, Howard Turney was ready for another risk. He was 59, a very weary 59.
I was used up. I had reached the end of my tether. All right? I was very rotund. I had palsy in my right hand. And that was very devastating to me. I couldn't write. You start to shake hands with people, you look like you had one foot in the grave. And at 59, I probably looked 70.
He had to go to Mexico for his HGH, since here it's legally available only for pediatric use. He says that after a year of daily injections, the results astonished even him.
I slimmed down to what you see now, 34 inches from 42. Energy level, stamina, sex drive, everything like it was when I was 35.
Sex drive?
Oh, yes, absolutely. It's fantastic. My skin used to be so thin you could do that and it would just stay up. You can feel it has elasticity. It doesn't feel like an old person's skin anymore.
And something even more amazing.
But then between 4 and 5 months, the shaking in my hand went away. Over a 3-day period, this went away completely. It's never come back, you see. All right?
If Turney sounds like he's selling the stuff,
the red pens are where we have clinics open.
Well,
the green pens
he is.
Doctors.
His latest business venture, the El Dorado Institute, legally imports HGH from Israel.
If you and your partner decide you want to do it,
and distributes it to selected U.S. doctors.
You have a very big vested interest in persuading people that this works.
I would like to persuade people it works to give more people the same benefits I've had. If I make money on it, fine.
And speaking of money, how expensive is HGH?
This little bottle costs about $250.
$250. And you use how many of these a week?
No, you use a bottle. every 7 or 8 days. Now I look old. Now I look old.
And 51-year-old Houston lawyer Ed Lewis has been on it for 2 years.
So a year, you're spending what?
Gee, I've never added it up.
Don't.
I won't.
$13,000 to $15,000, I think it comes out.
It's too high, I'm sure.
But money aside, how do you get HGH? Turney's El Dorado Institute refers patients to a handful of doctors who use the drug in their practices.
I'm going to give you small syringes.
Doctors like Michael Samuels, an osteopath in Dallas.
And you'll have to administer it to yourself. Can you do that?
I think so.
We don't say it's aging, anti-aging.
Well, you're not telling them it's going to make them go taller either.
No, I don't. And I don't tell them it's going to make them younger either.
So you're very careful not to tell them really anything.
True. I want them to discover it on their own.
And avoid being shut down by the FDA, which lets doctors like Samuels use HGH as long as they don't make any unproven claims about
We're going
it.
to start with a very small dose.
Samuels says he carefully screens and monitors all of his HGH patients.
Our oldest patient is 83, and she has done quite well on it. Pull.
But is HGH safe?
Yeah, real hard. Push down.
The National Institute of Aging is trying to find out.
We're doing it 3 times because this is part of the government, so we got to do it in triplicate, right?
77-year-old Frank Klan is part of a 5-year study at Johns Hopkins Bayview Medical Center in Baltimore.
7.4.
He's here today for a checkup and for his weekly medication.
There's 4 different needles, and one of them's a dud. So, and nobody knows what anyone is getting.
It could be HGH, or it could be a placebo.
Neither they, nor the investigators, nor the nurses, nor anybody knows until the end, when the code is broken.
But Dr. Mark Blackman, who heads the study, says results from other HGH research looks very promising for both men and women.
It now appears that growth hormone has many effects in the body, including making muscles bigger and stronger, making bones stronger, making hearts function better, and even contributing to a sense of well-being.
He also knows the potential risks. Fluid retention, carpal tunnel syndrome, and something that most concerns researchers.
That a small, unrecognized cancer might have its growth promoted by a major growth factor, such as growth hormone.
And his advice to aging yuppies who may think taking HGH sounds like the answer to a prayer.
Don't do it. And I think it's unsafe and unwise, and I would counsel physicians and the general public to not take these drugs or drugs like them until it's clear that they're effective and safe.
Opium oil?
Failure. It's very hard.
But how enticing those feel young again anecdotes can be.
Man has looked for this forever. They've been snake oil salesmen for 200 years, trying to tell people that this happened. This is the first scientific product or thing that can make this possible.
You're not one of those snake oil salesmen.
No, I'm not. Absolutely. Would not stop taking it for anything in the world.
Coming up, young love at midlife.
Did you get your wife back?
Absolutely, yes. When she called me at work and said she wanted me to come home early or meet her for lunch. And it wasn't just the lunch that she was interested in.